morning, I'm Cindy Simmons, and this is Coffee Convo Wednesday. Welcome. Check that out. You know why I have a ginormous coffee mug? Besides the fact that I just love coffee and I love ginormous coffee mugs. It's because I have a big dramatic show planned for you today. So I thought, because it's a big Coffee Convo Wednesday, I mean, like, I literally can't hold it with one hand. I mean, look at look how much coffee it holds. Okay, it is going to be a big dramatic show today because there's so much to tell you and so much information to give, but in the middle there's kind of like a big dramatic story. Everything's dramatic today, so cheers. Good morning. All right, let's get to first things first. On Coffee Convo Wednesday, the first thing we're going to talk about today they're called romp hymns. And you're like, what? Come again? Okay, you know what a romper is? Girls, women wear rompers, and it's essentially shorts, or I guess it's pants, or is that jumpsuit? I guess it's shorts and a top, and it's all together. Kind of like a grown-up onesie. Not gonna lie, I do have a romper. I have two rompers that I got. One from the Gap and one from a thrift store for like $3.99. Super cute. But it's where your shorts and your top are connected. All right, you ready for it? Romp hymns. That's right. I said romp hymns, as in the male version of the romper. Romp hymns. Now just take a look. Okay, so these guys, they are in Chicago. They're designers. Can you see it? I mean, take a look for just a second there. They're men in rompers, but they're calling them romp hymns. Romp hymn. Get it? So these guys in Chicago got together and they were drinking some beers and they were talking about men's fashion. So they decided that everything in men's fashion was either too corporate, too fratty, too runway, or too basic. And God forbid we're too basic. So they were looking for something that was more stylish and fun. So they started a Kickstarter campaign, which is a way to raise money for different things. And yeah, they've already exceeded their $10,000 goal. So for $90, and coming out July 4th is when they're hoping to have them out, your man can wear a romp hymn. A romp hymn. Look, I love my man, and he usually lets me pick out his clothes, not in like a weird mother way, like he can't pick out his own, but he just thinks that I have good style. I so have him fooled. He would never wear a romp hymn. Ever. And if your man wants to wear a romp hymn, as I always say, more power to you. That's good. That's great. My man, not wearing a romp hymn. Not happening. Not happening at all. No. I want the shorts and the top to be disconnected. Romp hymns. All right, what do you think? Would your man wear a romp hymn? So ridiculous. Okay, next thing on the list is possibly the most dramatic story I've ever shared here on Coffee Convo Wednesday. That being said, I need to take a drink of the biggest cup of coffee to get ready. Now, before you start commenting once I tell you this dramatic story and think, okay, she's being so ridiculous and dumb, I'm going to stop you right there. I totally recognize this. This is an irrational fear that I have, which is why this story is so dramatic, besides the fact that I'm completely dramatic myself. But I have an irrational fear of something, and it came true the other day. And so I'm sharing this with you, again, because you don't have to comment below and say, oh my gosh, this has happened to me or my family or my friends a million times and you're ridiculous for overreacting. No, because I'm going to stop you right there. I'm completely overreacting. All right. Okay, here we go. Before I became a mother, I had an irrational fear of something. It's called lice. Yes, lice. 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 You all know what I'm talking about. So last week, my 4-year-old, I was getting her ready for school, as I do every morning, and I always usually put her hair back in a bun, ponytail, braid, whatever. This particular day, I thought, I'm going to send her to school free-flowing hair. She's got this long, beautiful blonde hair. Let it go. That afternoon, I get an email from the school that says there has been a sighting, a lice sighting. Not in her school, but that someone who goes to the school has the lice. And I was like, oh, okay. So the next morning I wake up back in the ponytail bun wrapped thing, whatever, and I spray some protectant spray that I've had because we've never had lice. I've never had lice. My kids have never had lice. My oldest is 11 and a half. So I send her off to school and she's like doing this, you know, when she gets home. And I'm thinking, oh, she's having like a scalp reaction to the stuff I put on her head. So give her a shower, she's still scratching a little bit. Now, not crazy scratching, just a little bit of scratching. So I get in with the flashlight and look, nothing. My husband, flashlight, nothing. So next morning, give her another shower just to make sure, you know, that maybe it's just not that I poisoned my daughter's scalp with some spray, some product. I take my oldest to school. My husband was working from home that morning and I get the call. Hey babe, I've got some bad news for you. And I said, yes, honey, what is it? So the oldest kid is out of the car already, and this is me. Goes, yeah, I found the bugs in her hair. And I said, I'm sorry, come again? What? He said, she has lice. Ah! Now literally, like, I almost ran off the road. Again, I say, I know I'm being dramatic, but I've never had the lice before. So I am like, what? Because I'm on hands-free. Okay, I'll be right home. I'm on my way. Just sit her on the floor of the bathroom. Sit her on the floor in the bathroom. That's what I say. So I pick up the phone, and the first person I call is one of my best friends, Christine, who coincidentally had her daughter, who is the same age as my Luna, 4. Her daughter had lice when they were staying at like a really nice hotel at Walt Disney World. It was off property, but a really nice hotel there. And she had gotten it from her school, and they went to Disney, and she got it, and my friend freaked out too. Now, I don't know if you can see, but like back there's a whole thing of essential oils because I've been using essential oils for like over 2 years now. So I know the stuff you can use to treat lice, and I know the at-home treatments. I get all of that. But this is me. I'm like, she answers the phone at 8 o'clock in the morning when you're calling one of your girlfriends, at least in my life. Like, she wasn't expecting me to call, so she immediately thought something was wrong. And it was. She's like, hello. I'm like, we have the lice. The lice is in our house. We have the lice. And she starts laughing, which of course makes me start laughing. And she's like, okay, take a deep breath. I'm like, what do I do? So she tells me the name of a place to call because again, as I said in the beginning of the conversation, I had, up until this point, an irrational fear of lice. Completely unfounded. There's no reason for it. That's why it's called irrational. And I can recognize that. I have had it since before I had children, so it's not like, oh, I had kids and I just had, no, it's like a weird thing that I've had before I had kids. I don't know what it is. And so I'm screaming on the phone to her, like, I got the lice! Ah! I get home and I literally start ripping off the bed sheets everywhere. So my mom, Mama Jane, lives with us in an apartment downstairs. I open there, I'm like, Mom, we've got the lice! There's lice in the house! Take off the bed sheets, I'll be right down to get them! I'm like a lunatic. Meanwhile, my 4-year-old is upstairs sitting on the floor of the bathroom watching something on the iPad because her mommy is hysterical. So I find this place that my best friend Christine recommends, and they're like, oh yeah, we can get you in tomorrow at blah, blah, blah location. I'm like, I need to get in now. Like, I need to go now. I need to have her, like, treated. I need to go now. Here's all my money. Here's my money. I'll take out a second mortgage on the house. I need an appointment now. Okay, well, our other location has an opening at 11:30 this morning, and it's whatever. It's like an hour from our house. I said, I'll take it. I don't care. So I pack up everyone. I call her school to let her know that, you know, my daughter has the lice. Then I call my oldest daughter's school to let them know that she has the lice. And she goes to the nurse's office. So the nurse checks her, and she does not have the lice. The nurse found no lice. So I pack up everyone else, mom included, and we drive to this location like an hour away of this lice place where I was like, I don't care how much it costs, just get rid of her lice. And then I'm like, oh God, oh gosh, do I have the lice? Oh gosh. So we drive an hour, we get there, and she goes in the chair first, the 4-year-old. They're like, oh yeah, you have the lice. So who wants to go next? Well, of course, I want to do this to my mom and my husband. Out of the way, I'm going next because I know I have the lice. I can feel it. I can feel it. Oh, and as irrational as I am being right now, and have been for like the last whatever week that this started, I said, no, my mom should go first. So I let my Mama Jane go first. And so they start doing, they're like, oh yeah, you have the lice too. So I am filling out the paperwork to this lice removal place. I'm filling out the paperwork, and my husband sits down to go next. My husband with the short hair. And if looks could kill, like little daggers were coming out of my eyeballs. And I look at him and I said, why would you think that you should go next? I should go next. I have more hair than you. Ah! So he sits down and they check him. He's like, well, I thought you were doing paperwork. Again, I'm just being a complete nutso. He sits down and they're like, oh, you're good. You don't have the lice. Okay. So I sit down and they put me, in the chair, whatever. And I'm like, okay, just tell me if I have the lice. So there they are, doing the, the comb thing. She goes, oh, you have it. You have lice. Oh gosh, I have the lice. I knew we were husband and Jake. I have the lice. It's like one of those scenes out of a movie where everyone in the room is like this, looking at the crazy bananas nutso lady in the room. Oh gosh. That was me. I had the lice. I had the lice. I don't know why. It was completely freaking me out, but it did. And so this was me. Oh gosh. The lice getting out of my head. Oh my goodness. So they did. And this place that we went to, they have like a 30-day guarantee so that the lice will be gone. And then your family has to go back in a couple of days. So we went yesterday and they checked again because I was still like, I'm itchy. I feel like I still have the lice. It's gone. It's all gone. And I realize now, well, I don't realize it now. I've known this. I'm a complete lunatic. All of that was completely bananas. And I had an irrational fear of the lice, which is now gone because now I've had it. My child has had it. The other one, yeah, she got checked by the lice place too, and she did not have it. So somehow my husband and our oldest completely got away unscathed from the lice. But me, Mama Jane, and our 4-year-old Luna, yeah, we had the lice. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm telling you, in every comment that you could come up with now, like you're a complete spazoid, you're bananas, you're nutso, how ridiculous, everyone's had the lice. But the thing is, everyone does not talk about the lice because up until this point in my life, until my best friend Christine told me, I didn't know anyone who had lice. I knew like a friend of a friend of a friend, but me personally. But then as soon as I started telling people, oh, one neighbor was like, oh yeah, my daughter's had it twice. Oh, and then so-and-so's neighbor, oh yeah, her daughter had it 3 times. And then I talked to another girlfriend and she's like, oh yeah, my sister's kid, she had it like 4 or 5 times just this school year. Why aren't we all talking about it? Because even when I was talking to the nurse at my oldest daughter's school, she's like, yeah, it's way more common. And here's the thing, people, you're thinking, oh, I don't have kids, I'm good, or oh, my kids are all grown. But guess what? It's selfies. Ussies. Well, you're on my phone, so the phone, and you do this, and you lean your head against someone else. They said they are seeing more cases of the lice because of selfies, because of taking, I guess they're ussies, because selfies just you, but so ussies is, I guess, what it's called. When you're taking the ussie and you lean your head against someone else's, and that's how high school kids and adults, so it's not just for kids, obviously, because I got it too, and it's not just for parents who can get it, it's just anyone. Anyone can get lice from little teeny tiny babies to the age of 98, they told me. So yeah, So what do I do now? Oh my gosh. Both of my kids, their hairs are back in buns every single day. Then I made this essential oil mixture protectant spray and glob their hair on every day before they go to school. And thank you God, that it's only like, there's only like a week left of school, I think. Oh my gosh. I had the lice, y'all. I had the lice. So there you go. Maybe the most dramatic story ever on Coffee Convo. It was so dramatic when we left the lice place. I said to my husband, I'm so exhausted. I need Taco Bell. Can we go to Taco Bell? We need, because we like went right through lunch, so we were there for hours because they had to treat 3 of us. Oh my goodness. So yes. So now I have a knit comb. That's what they're called because I can speak the lice now. I have a knit comb that I got on Amazon Prime. Thank you. And every week they tell you like once a week you have to check your kids. So once a week I will now be checking my kids with the knit comb because I speak lice and louse. Look at all the things like I can drop my terminology that I can drop because I had the lice. So I've had the lice, and if you've had the lice, then comment below because I want to see if like it's just me who has this irrational fear that I've gone my entire life without having it and without having to worry about this at all. And my mother too, my mom's never had it. Like we've never had it before. And now I feel like we're in the club, in the lice club with all of you people who have had the lice. Again, that's the reason for the big, ginormous coffee mug of coffee today. Oh, did I mention that I also had to do about 37 loads of laundry because every single sheet came off the bed. Everything that was like cloth related. Oh, stuffed animals, they had to be quarantined into a bag. Things, hairbrushes and things had to go into the freezer for a couple of days. Oh my gosh. And my girlfriend Christine, the one I told you who was the only person I knew who had it, she and I have literally been laughing about this for a week, about Licegate 2017. So dramatic. Thankfully, my 4-year-old is so used to mommy being bananas that like me spazzing out over the lice, she was just like, okay, whatever. Okay, third on the list, I'm kind of excited to tell you, we're moving to Florida. Wow! You're like, what? I don't even know where you live now. Which could be a factual statement because we have so many people watching from all over the United States. Like there's people in North Dakota, people in Illinois, someone has watched from New York, also my hometown of Los Angeles, we have people watching. In fact, where are you right now? Why don't you comment below where you live because I would love to know that. But for those of you who watch from Atlanta, Georgia, and coincidentally know that I live in Atlanta, Georgia, yeah, we are moving to Florida, and I'm kind of geeked out, excited. And what does this mean for you guys? Absolutely nothing, except that I'm sharing some family news with you. So we're moving this summer to Orlando, and for those of you who know that I love Disney are like, what are you going? We're moving because my husband is originally from South Florida, and all last year we got annual passes for Walt Disney World Resort for the first time ever, and so we went all the time. And there was just something about Florida that just made me go, this feels like California to me. It's the sunshine, the beach being an hour away, palm trees, Palm Springs. And I grew up in California, so I just felt like it was so much like home. And for me, I grew up in Los Angeles, so Disneyland was right around the corner. And so we were like, let's move to Florida. So we're moving to Orlando in just a couple months over the summertime when the girls get out of school. And I'm like beyond giddy excited. And so people have been like, why? Why are you moving? And to which I say, why not? Here's the deal. For those of you who don't know, I had breast cancer 7 years ago. And so ever since then, I've sort of felt like, why not just have family adventures whenever you can? So our family kind of just likes to live that way, and our daughters are super excited about it. they said, hey, yeah, we're in, let's go to Florida, because they love Florida. Some of our best friends and their kids are there, so we're excited to have instant friends there. We already found a great new school for both of the girls to go to, so they're giddy. My oldest is super excited because her room's pink right now. She's like, can I have a blue room once we move? So yeah, hashtag little things in life that she's excited about. But that's how it should be. Get excited about the little things and get excited about the big things. Get excited about whatever you want because it's your life. So my mom is super excited, and I don't know, I feel like I've gotten my dad, who passed away almost, is it 5 years now? Yes, 5 years ago in a week. Wow. He always had, why did that just make me want to cry? Seriously. He always was such a big adventurer and always wanted to live life big, and he would take us on these great vacations to Disneyland. Seriously. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Ah! Okay. He always had these I want to travel. He grew up in Pennsylvania and moved to California and brought my mom to Los Angeles, and they got married, and we grew up in Los Angeles, and he would always take us on these little mini weekend adventures, and I love that. And my mom always teases me that I'm so much like my dad in that respect, which is funny because up until when I got sick, I was like, okay, yeah, traveling's fine, but now I want to travel and live life big and do all these fun adventures. So we're like, yeah, let's peace out Atlanta and move to Florida. Why not? Why not just grab life by the horns and woo, or grab it like a banshee in Pandora, World of Avatar? Making a reference to a couple weeks ago. And live, just ride life, just live it big. Drink big coffee out of big coffee mugs. And live life big. So I'm super excited. I don't know what it is, but I'm giddy about it. I love where we live now. I love our neighbors now. I love all of our friends here in Atlanta, and everyone has been so happy and so supportive, and they're like, duh, now we have a place to visit when we go to Florida and go to Disney. What? So yeah, I already have people saying, we're gonna come stay with you, we're gonna visit. So, duh, I'm gonna segue right into our giveaway. I have a $50 Disney gift card for you. Why? Because we're moving to Orlando, and Disney's 20 minutes away from our new house. Stop it. And because I love Disney, and because, Disney's just full of magic and dreams and happiness and joy, and I am all about all of that. So I want to celebrate the fact that we're moving to Orlando, Florida by giving you a $50 Disney gift card. So use it online, use it at the park, go to the Disney store, whatever you want to do. It's yours. All you have to do is share this video. Like the video, share the video, and then tag me in it that you've liked it, because sometimes if your profile is set to private, I can't see that you've shared it. One share equals one entry, and I will pick a winner by Friday, what is that, the 19th. So 5 p.m. Friday the 19th, I will pick one winner, and you will get this $50 Disney card. Why? Because we're celebrating. We are moving from Atlanta, Georgia to Orlando, Florida, and we're so excited. And that means nothing for you guys because I'm going to keep doing Coffee Convo from wherever I am. So even if I'm down the street at a coffee shop or wherever, it doesn't matter because we're always going to be here together on Wednesday mornings drinking big old cups of coffee and giving you free stuff. What? So there you go. That's Coffee Convo Wednesday. On the show today, we talked about the Romp Him rompers for guys, $90. They're supposedly coming out 4th of July. I mean, stop it. Really. But again, I say, you do you, you do you. So if your man wants to wear a romp him, then more power to him and you for being with the man who wants to wear the romp him. I don't know. Even if Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling or any of the hot Ryans, Chris Pratt, any of the hot guys out there, if they were wearing romp hims, I don't know, we'd probably still think they were hot, but all right, whatever. So that was number one. Number two on the show, I had the lice. Mama Jane had the lice, and so did Luna. But as of yesterday, we are free from the lice, and I'm kind of excited about that. And yeah, it was an irrational fear, one that I feel like I've conquered now, sort of like bungee jumping. You think I've had cancer that the lice would not completely freak me out, really? Because once you've gotten cancer, bring it on, right? But I don't know. The lice made me bananas. But we're all good, and now there's a story for you. I've had the lice, and we're all good. And I had Taco Bell because it was so traumatic. And number 3, yes, we are moving to Orlando, Florida. For those of you who had no idea up until this point where I lived, we currently live in Atlanta, Georgia, and we are moving to Orlando, Florida. And I can't wait, and that means nothing for you guys except that you have a chance to win this and the $50 Disney gift card. Blah. But I'll still be here doing Coffee Convo Wednesday every Wednesday morning. So thank you guys for hanging out with me in this over-the-top, dramatic Coffee Convo Wednesday with my big, ginormous, you have to hold it with 2 hands, coffee mug, because I do love a big coffee mug. So thanks for hanging out with me on Coffee Convo Wednesday. Follow me on all the socials. I'm doing Instagram stories, so fun, Twitter, Snapchat, @SurvivingMommy. And then if you've ever missed a Coffee Convo Wednesday, head to my YouTube channel. Just search Cindy Simmons, and all of the Coffee Convo Wednesdays have been posted there, and you can just, I don't know, if you just feel like hanging out, having a cup of coffee on a Thursday, you can go back and watch one from, I don't know, a couple months ago. So thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Cindy Simmons, and this is Coffee Convo Wednesday. Have an awesome day, and don't forget, share the video, and let me know where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. That's kind of fun. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.